There are moments in cultural history when the world seems to stop, not because of disaster, not because of war, but because one figure steps out of a black car and changes the rhythm of a city. Paris, the world's fashion capital, has witnessed thousands of runway shows, hundreds of celebrities, and countless glittering red carpet moments. Yet during this fashion week, something different happened. The air shifted. Cameras trembled. Cheers pierced the sky above the old city. Amid the usual elegance and refinement, a new storm swirled, graceful yet powerful. Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V of BTS. When the car door opened and Taehyung stepped out wearing a classic brown Celine coat, the entire atmosphere seemed to pause. Camera shutters clicked frantically, as if every photographer feared missing even a fraction of a second of movement that felt like walking poetry. No words, no exaggerated gestures, just presence. Yet within that silence, a beautiful chaos was born. Screams, applause, tears, and flashes of light blending into a single symphony. Paris Fashion Week had not seen something this iconic since the golden age of supermodels. In less than 2 minutes after his appearance, the digital world erupted. The hashtag V for Celine shot to the top of global trends. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram merged into a single unstoppable current, all talking about the same man. Every photo, every video clip, even the shadow of his footsteps became subjects of analysis, praise, and endless admiration.
He didn't need to speak.
His aura and calm presence said it all. This was the Taehyung effect, or, as fans around the world call it, the V effect. According to data from Talker, within just 8 days after his appearance in Paris, posts featuring Taehyung had amassed over 93.2 million interactions, a number surpassing digital campaigns of many global fashion houses. This wasn't just a statistic. It was living proof of a generational shift, that the magnetic power of an artist can surpass all marketing machinery with just a sincere smile and gaze. In an era when many celebrities rely on complex media strategies, Taehyung shows that true influence cannot be manufactured. It is born from authenticity. Witnesses at the scene described the moment not as an arrival, but as a coronation. As Taehyung walked toward the Celine venue, the surrounding streets turned into a sea of people. Thousands of fans from all over the world filled the sidewalks, waving banners with his name. Some crying with joy, others frozen in awe, cameras trembling in their hands. A French journalist even wrote, "It felt like a global concert happening in the middle of the city." And perhaps that's exactly what it was. A blend of fashion and fandom, of elegance and emotion, of art and love. A veteran photographer who had captured Hollywood stars for decades told the media, "Photographing Taehyung isn't like shooting a celebrity. It feels like capturing royalty. The way he moves, the way he looks into the lens, it all feels natural, unforced, yet filled with an indescribable allure." The quote spread quickly on social media, adding to his mystique. In a fashion world often driven by over-curated imagery, such authenticity felt rare, and precisely because of that rarity, the world fell in love. Hashtags like VXCeline, hashtag this summer 2026, and hashtag Taehyung in Paris flooded digital timelines. More than 23.8 million posts related to him appeared across platforms within days. Every new photo became an event. Every step he took was analyzed in lifestyle articles. Editors from various countries even began writing special columns about the THV aesthetic, derived from his personal handle, now a symbol of a new kind of style. Effortless elegance, luxury without arrogance. "Paris feels different when V is here," said a leading French fashion editor. He didn't just attend Paris Fashion Week. He reshaped its atmosphere. The line echoed across media outlets because it was true. Taehyung's presence seemed to transform the city's energy. Every step he took along the Champs-Élysées felt cinematic. He didn't just wear clothes, he brought them to life. Behind the scenes, executives at Hybe, the agency behind BTS, were reportedly smiling with satisfaction. They knew Taehyung had just made history, uniting the worlds of music and fashion in a way no K-pop artist ever had. In a short time, Celine, the brand he represented, experienced a meteoric rise in popularity. Online sales spiked, the items he wore sold out within hours, and the brand's official website saw traffic surge by more than 300%. The fashion world understood. This was no coincidence. It was a phenomenon. What's remarkable is that all this happened without an official campaign, without massive advertising. Only one thing changed. Taehyung appeared. Within just 2 days of his appearance, international magazines and media outlets raced to cover him. Vogue declared, "The Prince of Fashion has arrived." CNN called it a turning point in modern celebrity influence. Harper's Bazaar wrote boldly, "Kim Taehyung doesn't just wear Celine, he brings it to life." These headlines were more than praise. They were global acknowledgement that the Daegu-born star had transcended entertainment and entered the realm of high fashion in a way never seen before. His presence at Paris Fashion Week was seen as a defining moment, not only for him, but for Asia. For decades, the fashion industry had been dominated by Western faces. Now, a Korean artist stood in the spotlight, not as a guest, but as the center of gravity. Taehyung turns representation into reality, wrote an Italian columnist. He shows that Asian elegance is not a variation of global fashion, but a new force shaping it. For BTS fans, the moment felt like more than just a public appearance. It was a symbol of resurgence. After completing his military service, Taehyung returned to the global stage not as a singer trying to prove himself, but as an icon who no longer needed to. Every glance, every quiet step on the red carpet felt like a calm declaration. A true star never loses his light. He merely waits for the right moment to shine again. On social media, fans responded with emotion. Many videos showed tears, laughter, and stunned silence as Taehyung waved to the crowd. The clips garnered over 50 million views in just 2 days. One viral comment read, "He doesn't walk among us, he floats." And somehow, it didn't sound exaggerated. The V effect has become an official term in digital marketing. Fashion industry analysts are studying it. How one individual can generate global engagement typically achieved only through million-dollar campaigns. Some brands are now trying to replicate Taehyung's natural presence strategy, relying on authentic appeal rather than heavy advertising. Because, as that Paris moment proved, authenticity is the new currency of fashion. Speculation quickly followed. Many believe Celine is preparing a major campaign with Taehyung as its global face. Industry insiders mention a secret project involving collaboration between Taehyung and a legendary designer, rumored to launch before year's end. If true, it would mark the biggest collaboration between K-pop and haute couture in history. Yet so far, neither Celine nor Hybe has confirmed anything, and that very uncertainty only heightens the intrigue. Taehyung's monumental success in Paris also had a direct impact on BTS's legacy. Though the members are now pursuing solo paths, their influence remains connected by a single thread: cultural innovation. Taehyung's appearance reaffirmed that BTS's legacy is not only about music, but about the courage to expand artistic boundaries. He doesn't just represent his group, he redefines it. Even in academia, the phenomenon has become a topic of study. Universities in South Korea and France are reportedly writing papers on the Taehyung effect as a case study of cross-industry celebrity impact. The reports describe him as a cultural entity no longer bound by a single genre. He is the bridge between music, fashion, and visual art, a symbol of a new era of globalization driven by emotion and aesthetics, not algorithms.